Dejounte basically said it, but how good do you feel about his chances of playing tomorrow?
What did he say?
Let's do
He
it.
said he's ready to go.
Well, let's just leave it there. well, I'll let him speak for himself. But he practiced today, and he looked good, and we're tracking that way. But we'll figure it out tomorrow. But I thought today was a good day for him.
What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, number one, to compete, communicate, leadership out there, joy. Like, he's worked his tail off to get here, and probably a little bit of relief, like I'm finally back, So, but more than anything, I just want him to go out there and compete and, embrace the moment and be there with his teammates.
JP, is there a plan, and have you sat down with the medical staff, discussed, I'm sure, how his first few games, maybe first few weeks need to look, and how much can you tell us about that?
Well, I think, there's going to be a number on the minutes.
Right.
We got to be very cautious there. So we're working through that as we speak. We're gathering all the information and we're all having dialogue together. I think we needed to sit down after today's practice and kind of solidify that if he's a go tomorrow. So yeah, I think we all have a plan. We've been working on this for the last couple of weeks. Now we just got to finalize a few things.
How the team kind of just responded to his presence?
It's just great. I mean, the energy he brings, the leadership, the spirit he brings. And I think both DJs, DeAndre Jordan and Murray have really elevated the group. But you just see Z and Sadiq, just their spirit, their energy is up. They obviously know how great a player he is, and now that they're on the floor with him again for the first time, and they're very excited.
How can he benefit Jeremiah on and off the court?
Just be himself. Really, just simply, he doesn't need to do anything. It's on Fears to watch him, to watch him. I think that communication, pick Dejounte's brain, watch him, sit by him, emulate, exactly what he's doing out there on the floor. And I think if he does that, that's a great mentor, to have as an example, but someone that he can also talk to within the game. So I think it's only going to elevate Fears' growth and development.
Dejounte said y'all have had a good relationship going back to San Antonio. What do you remember about him coming in as a rookie and your early impressions of him?
Well, Dejounte was Fears back in the day. There was a guy named Tony Parker in San Antonio. He was the starter. He was a champion. Dejounte was very raw. He didn't, he was new to the NBA, and he's throwing to San Antonio where the expectation is to win championships every year, nothing less. And, there was a standard that was raised for him early on. And Pop was on his tail from minute one. Like, this is what I expect of you. If you're going to play as a rookie, here's what I expect of you. And there was growing pains through that. I think as Dejounte reflects on his career, he wouldn't be the player he is today if he didn't have that. Same thing for me and my rookies. I hope someday they look back and go, man, that crazy coach, he was after me, but he wanted the best for me. He cared about me, and I think that's what I remember Pop. That's how he approached Dejounte. There's a standard of excellence in this building. Go execute it. Anything less than that is unacceptable. And he did. Every day he worked, and there'd be moments of frustration and moments of doubt and moments of uncertainty, but he just kept plugging away. You could see him. He was a resilient kid. He reminds me a lot of Fears. Like, he's very resilient, very tough, and he believed in himself. He did. And it's a very similar characteristic that I see in Fears as well. So, this is a fantastic pairing for us.
You talked all year about wanting to have that defensive mentality with your group. How much can Dejounte add to that?
Significant. He's a two-way player. On the ball, he understands tendencies, his length, his size, his ability to, I think one year he led the NBA in deflections, steal guy. And again, I'm going to go back to Fears. We're starting to see in Fears become that. You're seeing that on the ball, to be a hawk, to be a disruptor to our, the face of our defense. And that's where the defense starts for us, is on the ball. And Dejounte will raise our level. Ball pressure, disruption. And when Fears comes in, I expect the same thing. We have two pit bulls and dogs on the ball, and they're both going to raise our defensive level.
JP, do you have any injury updates on Trey, Eve, and Micah?
Nothing on Trey. Trey did not practice today. I'm knocking on wood that this isn't long term. I'm hoping over the next couple of days it moves in our favor. And then who else?
Micah and Eve.
Micah did go today, so that was good. Micah did get back out there today, so we'll see where he's at tomorrow. And then Eve, nothing live yet. Nothing live yet. But I think he's progressing. There's no setbacks, which is good.
And regarding Trey, what do you need to see? Is it soreness or something that needs to go away, a range of motion? When you said, I hope it's not something that's lingering, what are you kind of referring to?
Yeah, he has a little shoulder soreness, from the Miami game. There's nothing structurally wrong. So just a little bit of day-to-day and game by game right now. But there's nothing concerning there as far as imaging.
So with DeAndre Jordan, do you envision more regular playing time based on how he performed last? Or I don't know if that suits like a vision for the future or what? How do you?
Wow, I'm digging through a lot right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a puzzle that I'm trying to figure out, and the way he played the other night was significant, and I'm very aware of that, and I think he's helping the overall group develop, grow, and win. And that's something that I got to monitor and watch. And does that mean he's going to play tomorrow night? I guess we'll all find out. But he's definitely in the conversation. And then Poole played excellent. Bryce played excellent. Dejounte's coming back. These are some complicated questions, but this is what they pay us to do. And it's exciting that our group is becoming whole. Now it's my job to figure it out. But to answer your question, Dejounte's a part of that puzzle now. So I just loved his size, his physicality, his rim pressure, his deterrence at the rim. Those are all things that we need to become a high-level defense.
Yeah, it's interesting just to think if you had both DJs on the floor at the same time, in addition to being confusing.
Yeah.
But how much different that would look than what you've usually had out there for the last 7 months.
You said it. You said it. It is. I mean, you got two pros. But Dejounte Murray is coming off Achilles. We don't know what it's going to take. I hope it doesn't take too much time to ramp up. But he hasn't played in a significant amount of time. But just having his presence back out there, his leadership out there, what DeAndre did the other night was significant for our group. There was a significant presence out there defensively for us. So. And it raised everybody's level. To me, that's what was inspiring about both of these guys is they raised the standard, they raised the level, and that's what we're looking to do.
Is it premature to know how Dejounte might fit into the long-term vision that Joe has for the franchise, or is it already evident to you based on how you know him?
For me, I can't even look. For me, I'm literally looking at today. And seeing where it fits for us right now. I think, we could all have a big picture conversation, down the road, but let's see what he looks like first. Let's get him back on the floor with this group and see how this fits together. Obviously, we've learned a lot about this group over the season. We've seen a lot of growth, different lineups. We played young guys, veteran guys. They've been mixed together. They've been, the groups have looked different throughout the year, but same thing here. We're going to have to look at Dejounte, see how he looks, and we're just excited to have him back. No matter, we can't look too far in the future. Let's just focus on today. Let's look at the game tomorrow if he's available to play, and then adjust from there.
In the context of all your experience with NBA veterans, is there anything interesting about his eagerness to get back these last 24 games, given that the previous regime traded for him and he's missed so much of the season and playoffs appear to be a long shot and all that stuff?
I can't speak for him. I think it just speaks to his character that he cares. I'm not saying everybody that's coming off this injury would even play right now. This kid wants to play. He wants to be out there on the floor. He wants to compete. He wants to be on the floor with his teammates. He wants to win. I think more than anything that speaks to his character.